There's certain professional lines with our clients, even after their case is over, that we simply do not cross. Criminal defense is a repeat business. Chances are, if we've represented you at some point in the past, you're going to be calling us again, not because necessarily that you have a case, but because you have a friend who needs our services. You can't really mix professional with personal. And there's clients whose cases we've done that we're friends with. We talk every day, we text, they send me pictures of their kids, we see each other socially, but it's still a professional social relationship. We've once had a client, and I should say I was like the third attorney on the case, third attorney on the defense team, and I was not the main lawyer. They brought me in because they couldn't figure out what was wrong with the warrant, and I figured out what was wrong with the warrant. There was a motion made trying to suppress the fruits of the crime that were recovered as a result of the warrant, and the DA's office just caved and essentially gave the guy a sweetheart deal. And that client says, "Let me take you guys out." Idiot me is like, "Sounds great, we'll go to dinner." The client took me and the investigator and two other male defense attorneys who were not at our firm, but they were at another firm, another fancy firm. He took all of us to the gentleman's club, and I walked in. I said, "I'm going to leave you here. I got to go do something else." And I left. And that's a professional line that I will not be crossing with the clients. I'm not really sure what happened with my colleagues and the client, but that's not an experience I ever want to have with a client, to then have to represent the client or somebody who the client sends to us on a subsequent case. Lawyers do it all differently. I think criminal defense is kind of a dark business, but there's lines, and we kind of stay within those lines, at least in our practice.